Hi everyone, welcome to the next video in this house in jar series. We have got these little houses to do today. Let's have a little look at them a bit more closely. So we have, is it five buildings on a sort of mountain with rocks is how I'm thinking. I think some bright colours might look good. Let's have a little think. We could do each one a different colour, or we could do them each a mix of colours. I'm thinking maybe doing each one a different colour might work slightly better. I'll have a think. Let's do the little hill and the rocks first. I'm going to grab quite a light grey. What's this one? This is 80. This is the light grey. I'm going to do that for this sort of hill bit while I'm having a little think. I could do them matching. That's the other sort of option where I could use a mix of colours on each of them. Or I could do each one, you know, a yellow one, an orange one, a red one, green one. I think I will match them to each other. I think that will be a little bit easier. So all the roofs the same colour, all the build, that sort of thing. I think it will look a little bit better that way. So there's my sort of rock. And then these sort of stones, I think I'm going to do, what's that? That is the grey, number 8 grey. No, let's just put something down on that page. Now for these, I think I'm going to try to make them a little darker around the edge and lighter in the middle, but I am going to ignore these sort of lines and things. So I'm going to just treat each one as a whole like that, make it a bit darker around the edge, and then try and make it slightly lighter in the centre. And do the same for all of them. And then we can think about these buildings. I'm still pondering. I wonder, they look rather nice because we have some striped roofs, which means that we probably need more than one colour for some of those roofs, which is okay. We could do something like doing all the buildings the same, so could do them all blue with, you know, a couple of dark blues for the roofs and then get lighter. Except I'm not going to do blue because we've got a sort of sky, unless we do a sunset sky behind. Now that's an idea. Blue buildings with a sunset sky behind. I rather like that idea, actually. I think I'm going to try that. Now, I have done a sunset sky before in videos and things. Now, I'm never quite sure whether to have the darkest colour, the red, at the bottom or at the top. I think it's better at the bottom. Personally, I find that an easier way to do it. But I don't know if it's the right way. But I don't know if it needs to be right, you know. Does it matter? Don't think so. So we're nearly done with these, and then I think we'll do the sky next, because I'm sort of planning it in my head a little bit more than I am the building, still procrastinating those buildings. And the sunset for me is a bit easier. It's going to be very similar to the skies that we've done already with this graduation of colour through. So let's start with our red. I'm just having a look. I think I'm going to start with 29. It's our darkest colour, and I'm going to put that at the bottom down here. Just layer it up a little bit right at the bottom and then just fade it up. Gently fade until it almost disappears. Do the same on this side. And then we can get the next colour. I've got a little plan in my head for my colouring over the next month or so. Actually, I think I mentioned actually in my completed pages video, this is number 2, which is the red. I'm going to go over this red and then take it further up. That I want to aim towards finishing a few books. I sort of decided that maybe before May or at the beginning of May I might have that aim to complete them by. So I've picked 3 books that I'm reasonably close to finishing. One of them is this book. One of them is a Rita Berman, her Lander book. One of them is, oh, we're going a bit high compared to this side, but never mind. Hannah Carlson's Forest, Tales from the Forest Kingdom book. We're now on 24, which is called Scarlet Red, but we're sort of moving into an orangey area. I'm still colouring over everything, and I just feel like I want to finish a few really, and rather than trying to decide which book to colour next, you know, it's quite nice having a pile of 3 and just having to pick from one of them. In fact, I just sort of alternate really, and it makes it a little bit easier when choosing pictures and things as well. Now don't worry, I know that you have requested that I do some pictures from this book on video, some more rather than just this page, and that's fine. I am intending to do more videos from this book. This is 4, which is orange, but some of the pictures I was never intending to do on video, so I'm going to try and get those done. And it's been a lot of fun so far. I've only been doing it for a few days actually, but not having to keep choosing from my big pile of books, it's been rather nice. It's been a change. I'm sure by next month I'll be quite pleased to get back to doing a big variety again, but and I'm sure I will do some things from other books just because I'll fancy a bit of a change at some point, I'm sure, but it's just something a bit different. It's a bit messy. This is 42, which is light orange. You notice I am still going over everything. It helps to blend it together and keep it all nice and vibrant, I find. Yeah, so just a few books, and it'll be interesting. I'm going to sort of trial it for a few weeks and see whether I want to carry on with it, I think. And we need to put a bit in the ear. And I think the thought that I might finish a book soon keeps me going. It's rather good. This colour is 43. It's called light orange sometimes, and sometimes it's called peach. I usually call it peach. Yeah, I do like the satisfaction of finishing a book, and I'd like to finish this book before Johanna's new one comes out, but also do a bit in some of her other books, because I feel like I've been abandoning her other books a little bit, and so that'll be nice to have a bit of time to do a few things in some of her other books. So particularly Ivy, World of Flowers, that sort of thing. And number 11, this will probably be my last one. This is the sand. Oh, got an itchy eye. Just bring it all together and finish it off, and hopefully it'll look okay. I'm taking that all the way up to the lid. So although we've got this line around here, we don't have one at the top. I don't think we have it. No, we haven't on any of them. So what did I do today? I've already done a picture in her forest book. It's the fun one with this sort of ogre holding an umbrella. And then I have noticed though, flicking through my forest book, that I've got mainly people left, faces and things like that, or animals that I find a bit tricky. Right, roofs. Now I'm going to go dark. I'm going to go indigo blue first and sharpen it to do the very top. See, we've got a little ball or something on the top of each one, so I'm going to do that first with number 36. And I've also got left some of the double page spreads, which can also sometimes be a little bit daunting. I think I'm going to do that bit too, but keep it a bit lighter. There we go. Okay, now we are going to move on to the slate blue dark, which is number 339. Now, some of our roofs have stripes and some don't, so I'm going to use this slate blue dark on this one at the back, and then I may not use it on this one. I may use the other blue on that one, the other blue that I'm going to use for the roofs. So we'll see. So that one there. Now I'm thinking we've got a striped one here, and I'll just put that in the middle. And it won't be next to that big pile of dark. This one, of course, we're going to have to use colours against each other, but I'm thinking this colour is going to be against our other blue, so I'll make this one this colour, then here, then this one. Now I'm thinking maybe the lower one. Now I'm not doing any thing special. I'm just keeping just quite an even tone. Then I'm going to do this colour. This is 33, which is the cobalt blue. And we're going to do all the rest of the roof details. You can see it's fairly similar, but not identical to the other colour. And again, I'm really just blocking it in. I think it almost looks a bit silhouetted against the sunset / sunrise, which I think is okay. And then we've got quite a lot of blues to choose from with regards to the rest of the building. Not really sure yet. Guess these are more turquoisey. Have a think in a minute. I don't really want the turquoisey ones. There we go. Now we have 333 phthalo blue. That's a nice colour. I think I'm going to use that just because it's pretty. 333 phthalo blue. And I think I'm going to go under the roof, the first sort of bit. So for here it's that. For this one is this. one is here. I've got one on the back, of course. The back one is hidden. Now, I think what I will also do is any lines or outlines. So maybe there for this one. This one. Like that. Oops, there's a curtain there. There we go. I think I'll do those circles as well. Then I want two more colours. I'm just looking at my choice. I think I might go for the blue, number 3. It's a little bit darker, but I think it'll work. And we'll do some, not too much with this. I want a paler one really. I'm not going to need any on that. This one I'll put it in here. Like that. And then this one on these bits. There we go. And then I want a pale blue. Now I've got two. I've got a glacier blue or a pastel blue. The glacier is a little bit grey, so I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use the, no, the hang on. It's the pastel blue that's grey. The glacier one isn't, so I'm going to use that 31. And then hopefully it will look okay. I am thinking that I might put a little bit of shadow in to separate the buildings a little bit more. I'm just going to sharpen that a bit because they all just look like they're piled on top of each other. So I think that'll be okay. We need to also think about those windows. I think we'll put a little bit of light or use a bit of a yellow in there. And we've got these curtains to deal with in this one. Have a think. I think maybe using, I think this could all be a bit too much. We need a blue. Let's use this one. This is the 63. I think it's the Delft. Yeah, that's the Delft blue. We use that for the curtains. Now, light in windows. I want a lemony yellow. There is a lemon, it's very green. I think I'm going to use the light yellow. This is the number 10. And I think it's nice and bright, but it looks a bit different to the sky, which is what I wanted. You could do these as doors, but I always think they're sort of arches and we're looking in. And then it all sort of matches as well. But what I'm going to do is to grab a black. I think it's going to have to be black. It's the only colour 9 that's going to show up, and put a little bit of shadow around them so that we can just see that these are sitting in front. Like that. It's a bit tricky with these really dark ones. But hopefully it might just be enough to make it look a bit less flat. That's the idea really. You don't have to do this. I'm not sure how much difference that has made really. without having a close study of it before and after. Now I'm going to do the edge of the jar in the same way that I've done for the others. What did I use? 83. Yeah, there it is, 83, our dove grey. And then I'm going to think about the lid. Now we did a sort of slightly contrasting colour, so we did a pinky purple on the purple one, we did a lighter red on the red one. Just going to taper that off. I've got other shades of blue, but it seems really samey. I don't want to use a grey. I'm really not too good. I know. What about a goldy colour? You know, the ochre. Because it's similar-ish to the yellow, but not too similar. I think I do that. I keep pondering it for a minute. I could do orange. Take a bit out of the sky. Well, not literally. And then we've got this bit to do. It's all very similar to the ones we did earlier. Now I am going to grab the 890 Cool Grey 13 and just put a bit of shadow. The only place I want shadow is here between the lid and that little brim part, like that. Now I have to make that decision. Could do a purple because it's quite close to blue. Yellow, orange, grey. What did I say? I came up with an idea. Gold. Yeah, let's do that. We'll not make it gold like we did for that one up there. We'll just use the ochre, so number 16. So quite intense here. Layer it up a bit. And then less towards the middle part. And then the same here. It's brightening up a bit. I had wondered whether to pop out if the weather improved, but I'm not sure. So you can see I'm fading towards the middle, leave a little gap. I didn't on my others actually. I don't think I will leave a gap. It's not about making it look shiny so much as a bit of shape. I'm just, because Johanna's drawn those lines there, I'm just doing that a little bit more. Now she's drawn some shapes here on this top as if we need to leave those whites. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put quite a lot of layers around the edge. And less in the centre area. There we go. Okay, now we need our white pen. Got our Sakura Jelly Roll 10 again. Now, let's do a bit of shine down this side. Now, we have been doing a bit of a thicker shine on this side, haven't we? My pen doesn't want to work. There we go. Like that. I'm happy with that. I have done a little bit in the picture of the others, but I don't really think there's... Oh, we could do some shine on the rocks, couldn't we? If I think the light is coming from the centre, I change the shine to the other side once I get past the centre, and somewhere around the centre I do it on both sides, like that. There we go. So there is our third jar. Yeah, I hope that was okay. We've got a night sky with stars to do tomorrow, so that'll be interesting, a little bit different, a very different looking building as well. So that's good. But yes, so for now, thank you so much for watching. Remember to tune in for the last part. I always find that when I have a series, the watchers taper off, and the last part is always the least popular. But anyway, hopefully most of you will join me and watch the last one. Yes, thank you so much. I hope that you have a really lovely day and happy colouring.